You're Allison?
Yeah, you're Gabe? Hi, I'm Allison.
Oh, I know. I'm Blair.
You're really pretty.
You are too.
You used to be an actress and now you're a director. Why'd you give it up?
I didn't.
So, do you guys have a plan for this place?
I don't really know what we're doing.
We were living in Brooklyn and it was getting so expensive, and we weren't really working, so.
No.
Thank you, Aubrey, so much for taking the time to talk with me today about this incredible film. I have to say it's my favorite performance by you yet, but I did really like you in Happiest Season, which I watched this past weekend too. So.
Thank you. That's a great double billing.
Yeah. Well, in this movie, we get to see a director kind of manipulate an actor to try to pull out a powerful performance. And I'd like to think that's not the healthiest way to go about it. But I was wondering, how do you prepare? What method do you do to do a role like Allison in the second half versus Allison in the first half?
I mean, it's very hard for me to articulate that process, but you know, I work with an acting coach. I've Anna Chubbuck. I've worked with her on everything I've ever done, and so we kind of go through our process, which you know is a lot about really drawing on your own personal experiences and your own life. And so I think this movie was very personal for me. It was like a very, you know, the subject matter was very familiar for me. So I had a lot to draw on in that way. And in terms of the two parts, you know, I still think of the movie as one kind of cohesive journey of a character, but there are kind of like two characters. And I think it was a lot about really just committing to the reality of each part, and just kind of disappearing into that reality and you know operating on a more unconscious level.
Yeah. Well, one of my favorite scenes was actually the dinner scene in the first half, just because I really felt for Gabe when he kind of like his work as a musician was being criticized a bit. And I feel like anyone, because I felt it too, because anybody in like an artistic industry kind of has to worry with about their work being viewed as like a hobby or something.
Totally.
Have you ever related to that, or have the people in your life always just been pretty supportive of it?
Yeah, I mean, I think probably most people that want to be actors can relate to that, because there's not an obvious path to do that, and it comes in many forms. And for a lot of people it's just this kind of delusion, you know, unattainable delusion. But for people that really really want to do it, it's like it's everything to them. So I think, you know, luckily I've always had a lot of support, and I've always had a lot of, you know, my parents always believed, you know, when I said I want to go to New York and I want to do this, and they really supported me and believed in me. So I'm lucky in that way. But I definitely can relate to, yeah, feeling like someone's belittling your, you know, the thing that you think that for you is everything. It's very hard to watch that.
Yeah. I felt for him, but it was a great moment to watch. That's another thing I just really love about this movie is how real the dialogue feels. Like there are times that I felt like I shouldn't even be allowed to listen in on these conversations.
Yeah.
But what do you think the key is to making a film as authentic as this movie?
I mean, really, the script, the filmmaker. I think the script was beautifully written and so dense, and there's not a lot of improv in the movie. You know, we're really saying the lines that were on the page, so that really, it's all kind of credited to Larry Levine, the writer director. And I think when I read the script and I knew of his previous work, I really believed in him as a filmmaker, and I believe that he has a real like thing that he needs to get out. And I think that's what makes it so unique, because it's just coming from such a pure artistic place.
Yeah, agree. And actually, one of my favorite quotes that you've said, I found this online a while back, but you said how a lot of independent films offer a harsh reality check. And I was wondering, what reality check do you think Black Bear gives?
I think for me, it was kind of like the idea that sometimes your worst nightmare can come true.
Yeah.
Sorry. But that's really what it was for me. Like the black bear imagery in my mind was kind of that the black bear represents this harsh reality. It represents the truth in a sense that you don't want to confront. And I think the movie kind of is about someone confronting their worst nightmare and finding out they were right all along. I mean, it's really a movie about gaslighting in a way, but
Yeah. That's why I like independent films so much too. So
Yeah.
did you have a favorite scene that you shot?
It's hard for me to pick. I mean, I I love working. I mean, honestly, I just love working with Christopher Abbott and Sarah Gadon so much. And I would say the dinner scene was really probably the scene because it was a 14-page scene, and so we shot it. We approached it like a play, and I think I've always dreamt of being in a play and being in theater, and I haven't really got the opportunity to do that yet. So it was almost like a version of that for me. And when you're working with such incredible actors, it's like an actor's dream come true. So that was really probably special, the most
Yeah.
special.
Yeah, for sure. And I know you went to film school though, and I was wondering is there something that you experienced or learned during film school that you would say impacted you the most with your career?
I mean, besides just the kind of critical studies version part of it, where we got to just watch a lot of movies. I mean, I think for me, that's everything is being inspired by other people's work, and the joy of film school for me was, going to class and having our class be, watching, a Fassbinder movie and dissecting it. I mean, I would want to do that anyway. So because I'm kind of a nerd, like film nerd or something. But so I think that to me, just the being exposed to movies in that way was really impactful for me, because I carry that with me, and I think it infuses into things that I like and want to do.
So do you have a film that most like inspired you to want to act in the first place?
I think there were when I was growing up, I was watching like really weird movies for my age. Like I remember one of the first movies that I watched, this is so embarrassing, it was called For the Boys, and it was like a Bette Midler movie where she plays like a musician that goes to like army bases and sings for the troops. And I don't know why, but the movie was very important for me. When I saw it, I was like, that's what I want to do. And A League of Their Own was very big for me. I remember that movie. I just love that movie. I don't know. There was a lot of movies like that, but not ones that you would ever think of. And Judy Garland also was like a very big obsession of mine growing up. And I think she had a lot to do with like me wanting to be in movies.
Now I'm wondering what kind of mind games you're playing with me.
He's my husband, okay?
Claire, can you calm down a little bit?
Me?
I've been lying since the second I got here.
You're in love with her. You are. I know it.
This is what you wanted, okay? This was going to ruin us.
Okay, cut.
I just want to be normal people again.